Have you ever stopped to think that some fruits which seem harmless may be accelerating the aging of your skin? Many women over 40 consume foods daily that, instead of nourishing, end up stimulating the formation of wrinkles and expression lines. Today you will discover the 5 fruits that may be sabotaging your skin and why it is important to avoid them if you want to maintain collagen, firmness, and youthfulness for longer. Before revealing each one, take the opportunity to subscribe to the channel and follow the upcoming videos, because here you will find strategic tips for aging with much more health and beauty. So stay with me until the end because in addition to the warning, I will share extra tips for taking better care of your skin and keeping collagen active after 40. When we think of fruit, we immediately associate it with health and nutrition. But few people know that, depending on the amount and how they are consumed, some fruits can have the opposite effect, especially for women over 40. This is because certain fruits have a very high fructose content, their natural sugar. In excess, this fructose causes spikes in blood glucose, increasing the production of free radicals and triggering the glycation process. This process is one of the biggest enemies of young skin, as it gradually destroys collagen and elastin fibers, which are responsible for skin firmness, support, and elasticity. The result is the early appearance of expression lines, wrinkles, and sagging. Fruit 1. Very ripe bananas provide quick energy, but they are a hidden risk to your skin. Bananas are a nutritious food, but when they are very ripe, their glycemic index increases significantly. This means that the sugar present in them is absorbed quickly, raising blood glucose levels. This spike can accelerate the glycation process, which damages collagen and makes the skin more flaccid. In addition, frequent consumption of very ripe bananas can contribute to silent inflammation in the body, which is also linked to premature aging. Bananas are one of the most consumed fruits in the world. Practical, inexpensive, and nutritious, they seem like the perfect choice. But when it comes to skin health after 40, they can be a silent enemy. Ripe bananas have a high glycemic index, which means they release sugar very quickly into the bloodstream. This excess glucose accelerates the glycation process, one of the main causes of the destruction of collagen and elastin fibers, leaving the skin thinner, more fragile, and prone to wrinkles. Research published in the Journal of Dermatological Science confirms that frequent consumption of foods with a high glycemic index is linked to greater loss of skin elasticity and the early appearance of wrinkles. In addition, excessive consumption of ripe bananas can cause fluid retention in some women, leaving the face more swollen and looking tired. In other words, although healthy in moderation, consuming ripe bananas in excess, especially after the age of 40, can be a silent factor that ages the skin faster. The riper the banana, the more sugar it contains. Fruit 2. Mango, the hidden sugar excess. Mango is delicious and full of vitamins, but it is also one of the fruits richest in fructose. Excessive consumption increases the production of free radicals, which damage skin cells and accelerate the appearance of wrinkles. Women over 40 who already have a natural decline in collagen production need to be extra careful. Eating a slice from time to time is not a problem, but making mango a daily habit can accelerate the signs of aging. Mangoes are delicious, tropical, and full of vitamins. But when it comes to skin over 40, excessive consumption can be a real problem. This is because mangoes are rich in fructose, a type of natural sugar that, in excess, can cause a process called glycation. Glycation occurs when excess sugar in the blood binds to proteins such as collagen and elastin. The result? These fibers harden, lose elasticity, and the skin develops deeper wrinkles, sagging, and premature aging. Studies published in the Journal of Dermatological Science have shown that glycation is one of the main factors that accelerate skin aging, making it less resistant and more marked. In other words, eating a mango once in a while is not a problem, but consuming it daily or in large quantities may be sabotaging your skin without you realizing it. In other words, although it is nutritious, when consumed in excess, mango can become an enemy of young, healthy skin after the age of 40. This does not mean that you can never eat mango again, but if your priority is to maintain young, firm, and healthy skin after the age of 40, you need to be very careful about the amount you consume. Fruit 3. Fig. Figs are a traditional fruit, widely used in desserts and even salads, which is why many people believe they are always a healthy choice. They do contain fiber, minerals, and antioxidants, but they are also one of the fruit's richest in natural sugars. The big problem is that when consumed in excess, figs quickly raise blood glucose levels. This excess sugar causes a process known as glycation, which literally hardens and breaks down collagen and elastin fibers. The visible result over time is loss of elasticity, fine lines, and increasingly pronounced wrinkles. It is worth noting that the risk increases significantly when figs appear in industrialized versions, such as figs in syrup or crystallized figs. In these forms, in addition to the fruit's natural sugar, large amounts of refined sugar are added, making it even more harmful to the skin and overall health. For women over 40 who already have a natural decline in collagen production, frequent consumption of figs can further accelerate skin aging. Fruit 4. Persimmon. Persimmons are sweet, soft, and tasty, but precisely because of this they carry a hidden risk. They are one of the fruits with the highest concentration of fructose, a type of sugar that, in excess, overloads the liver and causes spikes in blood glucose. Over time, this excess contributes to internal inflammation, accelerates the degradation of collagen fibers, and increases the likelihood of wrinkles and sagging skin. In addition, persimmons have a high glycemic index, which means that the body absorbs this sugar quickly, intensifying damage to the skin. Another important detail: when consumed in excess, it can promote the accumulation of abdominal fat, which not only impacts aesthetics but also increases the risk of metabolic diseases. Therefore, although it is nutritious in small amounts, it should not be consumed daily by those who wish to slow down skin aging. Fruit 5. Raisins and dried fruit. The healthy trap. Although many people consider raisins a healthy option, especially because they are practical and rich in fiber, the problem lies in their sugar concentration. When fresh grapes are dehydrated, their fructose content becomes much higher. This excess sugar in the body causes a process called glycation, which damages the collagen and elastin fibers in the skin. Over time, this results in loss of firmness, the appearance of wrinkles, and an aged appearance. Consumed occasionally, it does not pose any major risks, but when used daily as a snack or added to various meals, it can accelerate skin aging. Raisins, like other dried fruits, are seen as practical and even healthy snacks. But the reality is that they contain a very high amount of natural sugar in a small volume. For example, a handful of raisins can have almost the same amount of sugar as a small soda. This excess fructose, when consumed frequently, accelerates collagen glycation, leaving the skin more flaccid, without elasticity, and with more visible wrinkles. In addition, dried fruits undergo a dehydration process that eliminates most of the water and antioxidants present in fresh fruit, leaving only sugar and dense calories. Some even contain preservatives such as sulfur dioxide, which can cause inflammation in the body and directly impact skin health. In other words, although they seem like a healthy option, dried fruits, especially raisins, can be real saboteurs of youthful skin after the age of 40. In addition, frequent consumption of very sweet fruits can cause silent inflammation in the body. This inflammation directly affects cell regeneration, leaving the skin duller, less vibrant, and less able to recover from everyday damage, such as sun exposure and pollution. In other words, it's not that all fruits are bad for you, but it's essential to understand that some, when consumed in excess, can accelerate the signs of aging. Knowing how to choose and balance your intake makes all the difference in keeping your skin firm and youthful for longer. As you've seen, some fruits may seem harmless, but in excess they end up damaging the skin and accelerating the appearance of wrinkles. The good news is that you can balance your diet and choose fruits rich in antioxidants, such as red fruits, avocados, and kiwis, which help protect the skin's collagen. But it's not just diet that makes a difference. Drink plenty of water throughout the day, because hydration is one of the secrets to keeping your skin firm. Take care of your sleep. Sleeping well helps cell renewal and prevents that tired look that accentuates expression lines. Use sunscreen daily, even on cloudy days, as radiation accelerates skin aging. And exercise, because movement improves circulation and leaves your skin with a more natural glow. Aging is natural, but with the right choices, it is possible to keep your skin young, healthy, and radiant for much longer. Most importantly, take care of yourself from the inside out with consistent habits every day. Now you know that even though fruits are healthy, some can accelerate skin aging when consumed in excess. The secret is not to cut everything out of your diet, but to make smart choices to protect your skin and health after 40. If you want to keep your skin young, firm, and radiant, start by putting these tips into practice in your daily life. And remember, small changes today make all the difference in the future. Take care of yourself because aging is inevitable, but aging well is a choice. If you like this content, subscribe to the channel and leave your like to continue receiving more videos like this one about health and longevity.